Hi, my name is Dueck Smith, and I'm a clinician at Link Care Center specializing in emotionally focused couples therapy. I'm also currently serving as a pastor in a local church. In this time when we are spending more time with our family, we might find ourselves getting annoyed with those closest to us, maybe even falling into familiar patterns with them that are frustrating and confusing. Perhaps I can shed light on one of these dynamics that might be showing up in your interactions with others. So most people fall into one of two roles in a relationship. There are pursuers and there are withdrawers. Each influences the other person, so that the more a pursuer goes after the withdrawer, the more the withdrawer pulls away. And the more the person withdraws, the more the other person will pursue. You could probably see how this dynamic is both confusing, exhausting, and maddening. It helps if we can see that both the pursuer and the withdrawer have internal experiences that are different but valid. We often expect those that we interact with, whether it be a pursuer or a withdrawer, to be just like we are, but that's often not the case. So I want to give you a quick snapshot of both of these roles, and so you can identify which category you might fall in, as well as being able to identify the roles that the people in your lives might play. So, pursuers, they often will feel unwanted, invisible, unimportant, desperate, and disconnected. They might say things like, "It doesn't matter what I do. I try everything, even yelling and screaming. I can't get through. I'm starving for attention." He or she never wants to talk or connect. The withdrawer, on the other hand, often feels rejected, inadequate, overwhelmed, afraid, judged, or criticized. They might say things like, "I don't want to rock the boat, so I just keep quiet. And I back off. I'm walking on eggshells all of the time. I just stay away because when I start to talk, things just get worse. Nothing I do is ever good enough. I try to fix it, and I just can't." Pursuers, they act in ways that appear critical and frustrated as they're trying to get the attention of the withdrawer. But underneath, they feel alone, hurt, and abandoned. Deep down, they're afraid of not being wanted, of not mattering to the person that they love most. What they need is a sense of belonging and connection. Withdrawers, they act in ways that appear distant, uncaring, and shut down. But underneath, they often feel like a failure as a partner. They feel incompetent and afraid of conflict with the person that they love most. Deep down, they fear not being what the other person really wants, of not being good enough. What withdrawers need is acceptance and safety. Now, so both have legitimate needs that get hidden by their behavior. But if you aren't able to see what's happening below the surface, or if they can't tell you, you'll probably just be annoyed and react in ways that keep this dynamic going. You might either keep pulling away or somebody never leaving you alone, and so you keep reacting and being more and more annoyed. Now, this pattern doesn't only happen in marriages, it also happens with our children, with our teenagers, maybe with our parents or with friends. So, if you are interacting with withdrawers, remember that when they pull away, they most likely just want to be accepted by you and for you to honor their independence. And when you see pursuers asking for more time together, even in the form of nagging or criticizing, remember that they need to know you see them and that they are important to you. In these extreme circumstances that we find ourselves in, we often will resort to extreme behavior as a way to cope. But when we understand what's happening, we can work to change the pattern by sharing what's happening underneath the surface and working to create a stronger bond together.